Greetings all, this is Nick of the Extra Hairy Variety, and today we're going to do something different. We're going to play some Magic the Gathering. Something that I love to do in my spare time between making all my videos on X-Wing. I know I mainly speak about X-Wing on the channel, but Magic Arena, this new client for Magic the Gathering, is a pretty cost-effective and fun way to just enjoy Magic when you don't really have much else to do. It's very easy, it's accessible, and I like everything about that. So today we're going to do a draft. Based on the success of this video, I might make several others on a bit of Constructed as well. I just like playing Arena as a bit of a free outlet. I've barely put any money into this. I basically just alternate by playing Constructed to get my dailies, and using the gems I get from my dailies to play Draft, because Draft is really fun. Draft is a format where each player is given a pack, they crack the pack open, choose a card, and pass it around the table, and you pick a card one by one until you've gone all the way through 3 packs, and then you can build a deck out of it. Really fun format, and I encourage you guys to get into it if you're keen on getting into Magic the Gathering. So let's dive right into this. The current format we have for the ranked draft, which is the sort of best of one cheapest draft format you can get into on Magic Arena, is currently Core Set 19. Very aggressive format overall. There are a lot of cool synergies in the different color pairs, but honestly, in my experience with this format, you generally just want to try and draft really powerful creatures and smash face in a lot of different color combos. Okay, we start off with a Gigantosaurus if we want to take that. A very mana intensive green card, but pretty fun. I actually did a mono green draft with this just the other day and did rather well. We also have an Aeromancer's Cage. This card is just dope. It's just a really solid removal spell. For those of you who are new to a draft, focusing on removal spells, thing that just takes your opponent's creatures or whatever off the board, is often just a strong way to go, and white's a very strong colour in this format, so I think I might just take it and leave Gigantosaurus. As fun as this is, this card's just really solid. And at the end of the day, if you can't decide between 2 cards, just work out which card beats the other card. In this case, Aeromancer's Cage beats Gigantosaurus, so let's take it. Okay, we have a pretty solid beta here with Volcanic Dragon. Not a bad colour pair to be in. Very aggressive, white and red is. Psychic Corrosion is the mill deck, which you can make work. Doesn't really go with my first pick though. Starcrown's Stag is excellent, wouldn't mind picking up one. Electrify is a decent removal spell. Skeleton Archer's an okay black card. Bristling Boars, a decent green beta. I'll just take the card with the highest power level and take that Volcanic Drake. Anarche Ogre's not a bad beta. This is a really fun, just value-driven card. Nothing too crazy about it, though. Doesn't go with that first 2 picks, and these picks are something I want to try and play if I can. I think Starcrown Stag is probably our best pick here. Wouldn't mind a Knight's Pledge, an Anarche Ogre, but you have to be really aggressive to play Active Treason. I think we're going to take the Stag. We're at least playing white. Ooh, Valiant Knight. Now, I don't mind this whatsoever. Basically, this is a 3/4 for 4, and for 5 mana, it can give itself double strike, which is actually okay. The floor on this isn't bad, but if you start to get the Knights, this is just dumb. What am I passing on? Oh, Herald of Faith is definitely something I'd want. I've already got a high drop, so maybe having a 4-drop is better. Wouldn't mind this Araska Swiftclaw, a Goblin Instigator. This is actually a pretty decent pack. Let's not go red right now, because we might not be playing that Volcanic Dragon, just because we have that one. This definitely has more upside than the Herald of Faith. I'm going to take it. There's a couple of common knights we can take to really capitalize on that. Artifacts in this set, really more of a blue-white payoff, not a red-white, but we could easily go blue-white. That's not unheard of. Some decent green cards, actually. A 3/3 for 3, a ramp spell, and Elvish Rejuvenator. Greenwood Sentinels, a decent 2-drop. I'm not speculating on Lava Axe early. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like this white card, so we're definitely not sticking to our colours here. And Smelt and Lava Axe are not interesting at all. Salvager of Secrets is decent. I think that green's open enough that I really should consider it. Just the ramp spell. Ramp's pretty safe. Never mind getting ramp. Yes, I'm kind of wishing I went mono green now. This is an okay removal spell, though. I think that's probably better than the green cards here. I like this. You got to be pretty heavy green, and that's not likely at this stage. This guy's great with blue creatures. A real powerful beater. This is a very, very clunky removal spell, which you basically play begrudgingly. I'll take the average removal spell over that. Oh, there you go. So this creature here makes 2 knights, which is fantastic with our Valiant Knight. It's a bit awkward that they're both in the 4-drop slot. Nothing else in this pack interests me. If I can just snap off like a few of those, I would be very happy. Make a Stand is an average mass pump spell. I don't mind Rock's Oracle. I like that it cycles through the deck. I've had good success with that in the past. Titanic Growth is an okay trick. I'd rather go for the Oracle now. We might be going green-white. Knight's Pledge doesn't actually make them a knight. No, that's the Dominaria one, turns them into a knight. This is a knight. I mean, we're definitely white. I don't know how powerful mono white is in this format, but could happen, I suppose. This is a bunch of junk I don't want. I suppose if I'm red, that's a possibility. There's a Narco Ogre. I think I want it more than a Knight's Pledge. Or I could just take a bit of fixing. That's pretty handy. Neither of these are really, really exciting, and I'll get more later. Not guaranteed to get this fixing later on, though. Well, it's not fixing so much as it's just helping our mana base become a bit more consistent. Both of these 2-drops are decent. We'll definitely play a Rustle Swiftclaw that's white. Yeah, I can't imagine getting a crazy artifact. I almost just took a forest over this card. It's not... Oh, don't mind that coming around late. We are not going to be playing Dragons, so Dragon's Horde is not really that desirable. It's also a ramp spell, but yeah, Vigilant Baloth is gas. Absolute gas. Druid of the Cowl, I really wish that all these great green cards weren't here together. Dwarf Artificer is great if you have artifacts. I guess I have another artifact payoff with that Pack Beast from the last pack. It's not enough to sort of push me in that direction. It really bugs me. I'd gladly play all 4 of these green cards, so I better snap something off. Green's going around the table, and I feel like Vigilant Baloth is the kind of card which would make... Oh, I don't know, these are AI drafters, so they could be doing anything. Rabid Bite's a removal spell. You really should consider that at all times. I don't... Yeah, it's very unlikely we play these, and from that point of view, we don't have a lot of great ways to use it. I'm taking the Baloth. It's just so big and dumb and powerful. Which is awkward with Militia Bugler, but I still think I'd probably take Militia Bugler here. Speculatively... oh, there's a removal spell, though. Probably just take that. Pegasus Course is also great. It works great with the red pair because it's nice and aggressive. It also works great with green because you can make things like Rock's Oracle fly overhead and just smash face. Daggerback Basilisk. Man, this is a good pack for me. Oh, well, take the removal spell. I definitely want to get all the white cards I can get. This is the green-white signpost card, which basically says you want to play a heap of enchantments. I don't want to do that because it's not the best strategy. Although there is a Knight's Pledge. It's not that exciting. This is great if you're going really, really slowly. You can pay 3 a turn to draw a card. I don't mind that. Daybreak Chaplain is an okay 1-drop. I like having good blockers and lifelink reaches to help me get to the late game in the green deck. And Centaur Course is just a meh creature. Yeah, let's take the lifelinker. I can dig it. Take another big old knight. I mean, it's not that brilliant if you don't have my Night Lord out. It's still a pretty decent creature, though. Yeah, I've only got 1 6-drop. Don't know, 5-drop. Yeah, okay. Well, let's take it speculatively and look at getting some ramp. Ooh, I like that this came back. Did that come back, or was that the previous pack I'm thinking about? I don't know. I'm taking the Angel. It's just a real good bomb. We've got some nice bombs, actually. Oh, yes. The double knight spell coming round again. Inspiring Charge is a bit of a clunky mass pump spell. But what are we really looking at besides that? We are getting a bit heavy on those 4-drops, though. Do I want to... I don't really want 2 Wall of Vines. I'll take a Talons. I probably won't play it. Revitalize is meh. But what am I taking apart from that? Yeah. Hopefully get to cut that. I think I will take a Knight's Pledge here over another Tranquil Expanse. Yeah, let's just make our mana fantastic. Try just to get never mana screwed at any point. Did I take a Knight's Pledge before? No, I didn't. So I'm happy to have one. I'm always happy to have one. This is a sideboard card, which is pointless. I'll take you speculatively, just in case we get a really dope blue card. Dwarven Priest is a fine pickup here. I'll take an Inspired Charge. I'm not very inspired by it. Okay, what do we get in pack 3? Apex of Power. I would love to make this work in Constructed, but no. No. Rabbit Bite's very interesting, but we also have an Angel of Dawn, and Angel of the Dawn is dumb. It, every time I play it, every time I have it played against me, I constantly think to myself, why did Wizards put this in this set? This is just a stupidly powerful card. Rabbit Bite, a clunky removal spell. This is an absolute bomb. In fact, it's more of a bomb than some of my uncommon cards here. It's that ridiculous. I don't think I want 3 Knight of the Tusks. I do have 2, don't I? Yeah. So we're not really keen on that. Ruskwin Falcon is an okay 1-drop. I played over a Wall of Vines. Man, we could almost go mono white here. Ooh, that's exciting. Another clunky removal spell isn't horrible. Skyscan is actually decent because it just keeps you cycling through your deck. It's pretty useful in a deck that wants to get to its high drops because it helps you get to your land drops better. I might just take it for that reason. This is a clunky removal spell. I've already got 1. I don't really want 2. I don't really want 3 of this. Swiftclaw, I've got 2. Honestly, I don't hate that. I'll take a Skyscan. We want 3 drops, don't we? Should have checked that beforehand. Yeah, we definitely want 3 drops. Okay, this is a big old lich. That's terrible. We're not even close to making this playable because we are very, very, very wide at this stage. Colossal Dreadmore, I think, is the pick here. Yeah, we're getting really bloated on the top end, but I think that's acceptable. Another Dwarven Priest, yeah. Just slam a whole heap of creatures. Oh, now this is actually very, very handy because... Does it make... No, it doesn't make the creature it's on a knight, but it gives me an extra knight. And just... I'll snap off all the knight payoffs at this stage. Now, we don't... we actually have a couple of enchantments to make this go off. This is a 2/3 defender for 1, which is a decent rate, but when you slap on an enchantment, or an equipment, which we don't have, but when you slap on an enchantment, it can start attacking, and then it's a fantastic rate on a creature. What do we got? We have a Knight's Pledge, a Knightly Valor. No, I think the Cavalry Drill Master is just more consistent overall. We'll take that. We might actually get there with mono white, as crazy as that is. That really frustrates me how they're both in the pack. I'm not getting the other one back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four night payoffs? 5, 6. So it's not like we need this. I just want to have like 5 of it and slam it alongside this Night Lord. It is a bit slow though, and look, you got to take the removal spell. It's Double Angel, yes. Oh man, are we getting there with mono white? In fact, I'm so into this mono white strategy that I might just... Yeah, we're losing a few beaters. I really wish I took that 3rd Knight of the Tusk now. But I don't think that matters too much. I don't think... Oh, there's one there. Alright, cool, we're getting there. Alright. 4? I'll take it over another thingamajig. The big charge. I'm getting too excited, guys. I like drafting the mono-coloured deck when Arena lets me. Yeah, sure, let's take another one. Uncomfortably bad cards and a Meandering River for that blue splash we desperately want to play. Which doesn't exist. Okay, cool. So, let's take a look at this. We're currently 12 cards over, as one might expect. Just cut this and Arena will automatically take out those. And so what are we losing in green? I think Vigilant Baloth is a decent enough bomb to think about it. It is also double green. We're also losing Colossal Dreadmore, but again it's double green. which means we have to play an ungodly amount of forests. And we lose our ramp, we lose a average aura. I think we just cut green and go mono white. I'm down with that. Okay, so things we don't want to play. Revitalize. We will play a Take Vengeance. I think just slamming a whole heap of removal is a good strategy. I actually really like the look of this deck. I say that now and it's going to just, you know, I'm going to go 0-3 having said that. What do we need to cut? 5 cards. Oh. I like where this is at. I think 3 Oresca's Swiftclaw is probably wise. What's our curve look like? We have 8 4-drops. Okay, let's cut some of those. Do I just cut the... Yeah, I've got 2 angels. I don't need this mass pump spell. It's just meh. I like this so much. Probably just cut a Dwarven Priest. We have no lifelink payoffs, apart from the fact that just life gain is great, full stop. And we get us down to 2 more cuts. 6 drop. Do I... Probably don't want to play 4 of those. 3 is already pretty good. Maybe I just want to play 2 of them, actually. Oh man, we got this night stuff going on. I'm real happy with this. I'm going to keep this Dwarven Priest because I just like it against the red decks too much. Herald of Faith, again, it just runs away with the game if it lets you. Maybe it's another Tusk. Alright, this is our deck. I will join you guys back again in round 1. Alright, here we go. Rurik Thar, good luck. Good luck indeed. By the way, in case you guys are wondering why I'm wearing headphones, it's because I don't want to miss my timeout cues, which I have done previously when I get very chatty playing Magic. This is probably not a keep. 2 removal spells. It's very tempting. This Knight's Pledge is just super awkward. I'm going to mull that. That's way more aggressive. Yep, happy with that. Get our Knight payoff and a couple of Knights to go with it. Let's keep the lands. Let's make our land drops. Like so. Play a Swiftclaw. Luminous Bonds the blocker. Profit. Opponent's on white-blue. Playing a no-value Cavalry Duel Master. I'm more than happy with that. It depends what our opponent's doing here. If they're going to be aggressive, if they try and swing with this Cavalry Duel Master and then put another blocker in front of my Swiftclaw, I might just Luminous Bonds the blocker. No, that's not a knight. Okay, cool. Let's just swing. If they want to make that trade, they want to make that trade. Probably indicative that they didn't want to, because they didn't swing out before, but they do. Okay, I think what I want to do here is play my Gallant Cavalry first, get a couple of knights out, which means I immediately get value out of this as soon as I'm plant. And they can swing through this as well. That sounds fine to me. I'm not going to Luminous Bonds that. Wait for something bigger. Wait for a bomb or something. I mean, these guys can already swing through that, but that's fine. Yeah, you want to swing out, that's fine. Play a 3-3. Play a 3-3. 1-2. Okay, well, I prevent the double block from being a thing there. I'm pretty happy with that. We could be looking at Essence Scatter here, which sucks. I'm not playing around. I don't think my opponent's playing an Essence Scatter deck. No, that's fine. And now, even at the double block, they're still jumping. And we are off to the races. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have a removal spell here. I'd like to have one more round with that knight in play. Wouldn't mind going land here, actually. Getting Knight of the Tusk down seems like a bit of a game changer. A 4-8 with Vigilance? Yes, please. If they have that artifact creature that's a 5-5, it can block that. Opponent might be thinking about playing that now, or they want to hold up mana for potentially a counter spell. They might have... What can they do here? We're winning this race quite comfortably as is, but 9 is a lot. That's a big number. My opponent could have Uncomfortable Chill. I'll play this guy first, just in case one of my creatures get removed. I can get the full value out of that life gain. That pause and that look at my opponent's hand makes me think they have Essence Scatter. I don't know, I'm worried about something. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to play it conservatively. Opponent's just going to take it. I'm down with that. We got removal spells in hand, so we can keep punching through damage. Opponent might have a Cleansing Nova. They would have played it last turn though, surely. Keeping that flying damage coming through. I'm more than happy with that. Opponent, you need to do something here. Gin of Wishes. What's the activation cost on that? 4. You can't do it. I think I Luminous Bonds and wins here. Luminous Bonds and wins? Yeah, well done, brain. Yes. Opponent, you need a response to this. What you got? Seems fine to me. You gotta do something here. And having another Luminous Bonds is back up for next turn. And we got there. Beautiful. Taken round 1. With mono white. Okay. Dalinar. Good luck. Good luck indeed. These are expensive, but they're also really, really good. 2 lands. Yeah, this way if I draw spells or lands, I can pretty much do anything. It doesn't look like a good curve, but basically I'm preventing myself from having really bad draws. So I'm happy with that. I'm down with that. Ooh, that's a good sequence of cards to get. My opponent wants to waste a removal spell on the Swiftclaw. I'm more than happy with that. Yeah, I mean, they still might, but it's fine with me. They fizzle the value on this and kill a Swiftclaw. That might be worth the removal spell. They didn't have it anyway. Always thinking about that removal spell. Swing? Yeah, I can't play anything else. That's fine. I get this through, yeah. Opponent's in a bit of trouble here. I go 1 more land and I'm just... opponent's not missing their land drops though, so they might have some big dumb things to play here. That's annoying, but it also trades really badly. Yeah, we're racing. We are racing here. I'm happy with that. Ooh, opponent. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good for my opponent. I feel bad for them here. But sometimes you just got to try and take on your opponent's resources as best you can and kill a 4-drop with a 2-drop. I might just try and swing through that, to be honest. Actually, oh, I play Angel of Dawn here and everything trades with it. Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. I'm genuinely sorry to our opponent here. They've got to trade something, and then I've got lethal in the air next turn. Yeah, white's really good in core 19, you guys. They have to kill everything. Hide Blades didn't do it. Yep, got there. Okay, easy game. Easy game. Just curved out and stomped. Loading, loading, loading. Always keep on loading. Okay, Soul! How you going? Some nice Jace avatar off there. This is very scary if I just... I've got a lot of 2-drops to draw though. Maybe I should just keep this hand just to prove a point with this deck and just see if it can do stuff like this. If I draw lands, I can play big dumb stuff, and I do have a life gain machine to take on mono red. It's very scary. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it, you guys. Yell at me in the comments if you must. I'm just always terrified of going down to 6 and like having 1 land and just getting absolutely mana screwed. So if we're playing against the lifelink deck, it's not very fast. This also does not do anything with Vampire Neonate. And it's a terrible card against Viashino Pyromancer as well. Oh. Yep, so let's just skip for 1 turn. I might be punished for the choice of keeping this. that's not fun to race against. Neither is that. Okay, that's really bad. Okay, I shouldn't have kept this hand. Okay, you guys are right. I know everyone in the comment section. Yep, let's take this out of... It's already had one swing, and I've already taken 2 damage from its ETB effect, which feels really bad to use a removal spell on it if they play something big here. It wouldn't feel much better against that. I think we're looking at Neither Tusk. Too expensive. A land here. This is not bad. This is not bad. If it doesn't get removed and I can Knight's Pledge and just slam it and get my life total back up again, I might be able to pull myself back into this. But I really, really need a land here. Don't leave mana up, opponent. If I don't roll land, I've got to go the Knight's Pledge plan. I can't risk it. Ooh. Or do I just fire off this removal spell and just keep myself alive? Yeah. Let's do it. It's my 2 Luminous Bonds. Don't play anything bigger. Please. Please, opponent. Opponent's all line. Okay, at least that's keeping me life neutral. My opponent's running away with their life total. But look, if I can build a board, I don't really care that much about life gain payoffs against me. Yep, okay. So let's play this, and then either Angel of Dawn or Valiant Knight next turn will be pretty strong. Yeah, you want to mess with my Daybreak Chaplain, that's fine. I've got to keep swinging so I can get that life gain every turn. Yeah, I don't think this deck really minds dealing with life gain all that much. I mean, I know I'm just curving out and stomping, but I've got some decent bombs on the high end as well, so if my opponent can't build their board, I can just punish them in the long run. That pretty much means I have to play Angel of Dawn? Is that like a rule? I actually like that. And if they don't remove it, I've got a nice pledge. Absolutely fine if they want to lightning strike that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's turn this around. Yep, do your whole life gain shenanigans. Okay, 21 versus 13 feels a little bit better than what we were. Yep, good. Got a removal spell out of the hand. That was absolutely what I wanted. Does that have Death Touch itself? No, it doesn't. You control and other zombies, yeah. Whew. Oh, back to back. Do I do it again? I think I Knight's Pledge here to try and draw out another removal spell. It also means that they're blocking really, really ugly. I feel like they would have fired off more removal. I'm 2 for 1ing myself, but this also gives me a bit more life gain. If they want to murder in response, or didn't have the lightning strike, but it might be thinking about a removal spell here. I mean, yeah, it sucks for 2 for 1 myself, but it means I'm holding on to my bigger bombs. We're actually close to turning a corner here as well, which is quite nice. And now I have a very juicy target in Daybreak Chaplain, but I'm going to drop even more juicier targets, which is going to really frustrate my opponent. Well, that's the plan anyway. I think we drop Angel of Dawn. If that draws out another removal spell, fantastic. That draws out a lightning strike. If not, we can block this guy on the backswing. Yeah, I feel like things are going much better now. Plus, I'm just getting a dumb amounts of life gain off this Daybreak Chaplain. Very happy with that. And nothing blocks profitably anymore. Ooh. I don't want to lose that vampire. This guy's interesting. I've seen a lot of people rave about this, but in this situation where you're behind on board, it's kind of bad. Kind of really bad, actually. And honestly, like in Core 19, that can happen. This is just awful. Awful for 3 mana. You need skeletons and zombies, of which that is not one. And that's another trouble payoff that you don't have any other cards for. Oh, yuck. You can't kill anything with that. You're going to shock it? I'll be okay with that. Okay, so the question here is... What do we do? That trades with that. No, it doesn't trade with that. They can double block and they would lose their big old goblin. Or do I play something that boosts up my knights first? Yeah, because I feel like I want them to burn the last removal spell on this so this guy can just finish off the game. Yeah, so let's get that knight out. And I'm still intentionally 2-for-1ing myself here, but I'm putting them down on their precious resources. I mean, we have absolute gas in hand. Even the Dwarven Priest is really good in this race. So they would have to use Volley Veteran and Death Baron to kill the Daybreak Chaplain, which they're going to do, and I'll kill Volley Veteran in response, I think. I should consider Death Baron. No, we're getting there on flyers. We're getting there on flyers. I think Arena was prioritising the rare card there. Yep, that's fine. Okay, and they're giving up on their Vampire. That's a very good sign. An opponent might scoop here. Might scoop. They need to be able to block that Angel of Dawn or kill it. We have one blocker. Yep, we got there. Beautiful. Okay, that was a bit scary. I really shouldn't keep those risky hands. I mean, there is no real synergy in my deck. It's just play creatures and smash. I feel like, for example, this wouldn't work in the current Ravnica formats. I mean, monocoloured drafts aren't really that possible in those anyway. I don't want to flood. I really don't want to flood with this. This is another one of these situations. I think this is better than the last hand, and for that reason I'll keep it. But if I just go land, I am going to be in a bit of trouble. And my opponent mulled, so maybe just keeping the 7-lander is the right call to make there. I like this Angrath avatar. Looks very nice. Opponent, what you doing? You're scrying to the bottom. Always a good sign. 2 removal spells. I mean, at least I'm making land drops and removing their stuff in the meantime. Oh, that's... Ariska Swiftclaw is very bad against that. Very bad indeed. I'll still play it. I don't want to have to fire a removal spell off against this. My opponent might just be thinking, yeah, I'm playing the more aggressive strategy. That is annoying. I think ideally I want to be able to use Take Vengeance against that. I'm going to pass here. I don't like not swinging. Very much goes against the ethos I prefer as a Magic player. I'm pretty happy with all of these trades. Okay, that's some good flood insurance right there. Okay, we need to start removing some stuff. At the beginning of combat, you may pay something, which they won't do. Yeah, let's do it. We've got to get damage through. We've got another Luminous Bonds in this deck. I mean, it feels like really bad value, but... Plus, this means they're more likely to swing back in response and I can take Vengeance. Something... I mean, they've already got value out of it. Yep, that does sting a little bit. I think I have to take Vengeance this now. Which sucks. I can take Vengeance this and stick my Light's Pledge on here and get a swing in. Yep, that feels actually not that bad. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because that wouldn't block profitably. Nope. When it comes to auras, I always generally like to make sure I can get at least one swing with it, because if my opponent removes it the next turn, I've lost 2 cards. You go down in terms of cards versus your opponent's cards. You lose card advantage. But at least if you get a swing out of it, then you've got some value, and that doesn't feel too bad. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That's annoying. Angel of Dawn feels pretty bad here. I'll play this to get my blockers. Daggerback Basilisk is not something I want to trade with there. I mean, that's the danger there. Ideally, I'd be putting the Knight's Pledge on the Angel of Dawn, but I don't think I'm in a real position to do that right now. My opponent didn't swing. I'm perfectly happy with that. Opponent, thank you very much. I mean, I've got to play this flyer. It's... I've got to play it. I've got to play it. Do I swing on my knight tokens? I think I actually do, because I'll gladly trade with any 3 of those. Got vigilance so they can still block. Yep, I'm cool with that. That +1/+1 counter sitting on that Gear of a Guide is actually punishing me way more than it feels. Opponent's deep in the tank, and I don't blame him. There is a bit to think about here. They took it. Okay. Alright, this is getting clutch now. That's mildly terrifying. Let me have a think about this. They could have a Titanic Growth in hand. I might just be dead here. They have 3 blockers on the ground, and they can profitably block all of my guys. I don't think I can actually win by not taking this, as crazy as that sounds. Didn't have Titanic Growth. Okay, so now I have to keep this back, and I think that's pretty much killed me. But I'm not dead next turn. Yeah, I can't split. I mean, there are cards that I can draw here which will just win me the game on the spot, so... Whoa, okay, opponent, what you got? Omen Speaker, that is pretty annoying. If my opponent scries to the top here, I'm in a lot of danger. That's 2 cards at the top. That does not make me feel very good. What's that meme with Ralph Wiggum? Haha! I'm in danger! Can't be blocked except by creatures with power 2 or less, so I've got to give up something good. So that's got to go there. And I will now give this up. I was considering that before anyway, so it doesn't really change my situation. I mean, I'm way down on resources. Yep, and that is good game. Good game, opponent. You did well. That is not getting through. My opponent's killing me on the back swing. Still thinking about taking out that 3rd Knight of the Tusk, and I still think it was the right call to make. I've never had a situation where they've really screwed me on mana. Ah, this could be dumb. Let's keep this. Removal spell, 2-drop, and Angel of Dawns. If I can just curve out and just play them back to back. Fun times had by all. Except for my opponent. Speaking of which, on the mono blue plan, are we? I have drafted a mono blue deck in Core 19 before. It's interesting. There's a lot of just really powerful dumb blue bombs in this. And you get to play like all the artifact stuff, which is not too bad. Speaking of which, we haven't got to our Sky Scanner yet. That's annoying. We are drawing all our huge bombs, but we are not missing land drops, so it's okay. I mean, the way this has come out, I'd love to be able to play this and then back it up with these 2, but I don't think that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Cool. Just keep gaining life, that's fine. Unfortunately, because of the way this works, I'm not going to be able to... I just made a mistake there, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Maybe now I'll play a Knight of the Tusk first. Opponent's not missing land drops either. Omen Speaker is fine by me. Yep. Come on, do it now, do it now. Opponent saw the line. Okay, I think I'll play this now because it actually gives this more power next turn. Yeah, and I've got a backup one. I mean, I would have loved to have drawn a land there and played Knight of the Tusk first. Got an Essence Scatter. That's fine. Cancel. That's even finer. I mean, does it make a difference because my opponent swings and I block? Doing it while my opponent's tapped out seems like the right call. It's slightly safer. Get through a point of damage, opponent? Come on. Just want them to activate this now. Ah, so annoying. I actually want to play this now so I can... Well, first of all, it makes this more powerful the more creatures I have. Second of all, it helps me get to my land drops. You're more than welcome to counter that. It does not bother me one little bit. Swiftclaw feels alright. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to keep gaining life. Block, activate, then I can kill it. Come on. You know you want to opponent. Ah, opponent's all line. I don't know if my opponent's playing around this, but you generally want to wait till the end of my turn to activate that. I'm basically hoping my opponent makes a mistake, which is actually not a good thing to do, so I'm going to stop doing that. Going to swing with that Omen Speaker? Nope. Okay. Oh, Cavalry Duel Master's not a bad option here. That might draw out a removal spell. Yeah. I mean, every creature I can play before Angels seems fine. I'm just getting more and more advantage. I might actually do it to the Daybreak Chaplain. Got an Essence Scatter opponent? I mean, yeah. I'm actually really happy with them using their counters in this way, and I'm just going to swing out. If they want to block Swiftclaw with Omen Speaker, that's fine. They might not bother. No? Yeah, cool. Down a creature, take one. I'll keep their Omen Speaker. It's not a huge amount of upside. If you really want to do that, opponent, I'm happy with that. Just like the last couple of games, I'm trying to avoid playing my big stuff into counter spells, and my opponent is not punishing me. The second they start tapping out for big bombs, I can just put my foot on the gas. I mean, Angel of Dawn is probably the one I don't want to get countered. It doesn't matter, I'm not drawing clans anyway. It's not exciting. Send them in. This is the longest match of Core 19 draft I've ever played, that's for sure. That's not true. But definitely with this deck. Yep. Ooh, activate, activate. Come on, come on, come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on. Activate so I can kill it. What if I hover over it? No, I said I wasn't going to do that. I said I wasn't going to do that. Activate. Yep. Making this race very, very slow. Okay, sure. Maybe I should start thinking about playing a flyer. No. Scratch that, we're playing a Nile Tusk first. They still can't block effectively at all. Let's just keep swinging. Yeah, block, blah, blah. One of these days I'll draw that Inspiring Charge I definitely kept in my deck and just wreck them, but this day. Okay, if you want to do that. I feel like my opponent would be doing better if they were just playing creatures, but whatever. We got gas. That's fine. We can deal with that. Sift. All right. Well, this gives us a turn to get some stuff down. Unfortunately, I can't swing with this unless I play Angel. Maybe that's a good reason to play Angel now, actually. It's just handy. And it gives me a bit more life gain, I suppose. For what that's worth at this point. They don't have mana to activate these vampires now as well. For what that's worth. 7 lands. Just what I always wanted. Okay. I'm going to save Take Vengeance for that Snapping Drake. Yeah, let's do this now. It means I can keep swinging for what that's worth. Because they'd have to trade Snapping Drake for Sky Scanner, which is an awful trade. Or for one of these Daybreak Chaplains. Cool. Not going to use that on Omen Speaker. And this is what I mean by clunky, by the way, guys. In case you were wondering while I was drafting this. It's the kind of removal spell which just sits in your hand for the longest time. Another Gin of Wishes. Well, this would be a great time to draw those Luminous Bonds. Really? You're playing around Take Vengeance? Opponent, saw the line. Okay, what are we doing here? Knight of G-Tusk? Let's see if this draws out the last counter spell. But this is the turn that Nick stops swinging. Nope. Go for a wish. Do you have to tap that? No, you don't. Yep. It's basically just a war of attrition at this point. Oh, that's really nice. Discard's a card, new draw a card. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't really have great cards. but it's a creature my opponent got out for free. It really does put up my opponent on resources. Come on, swing with the Djinn, please! Please swing with that Djinn! Oh, duty. No, I'm not going to block that. That's annoying. I will trade... Oh, I will trade my Angel for that Psychic Symbiote. Can they kill it? No, they would have to put something in front of it, which they would have to lose. Yeah, okay. So we can feign having a pump spell. Djinn of Wishes and Psychic Symbiote? You going to think about it, opponent? I don't know if there's any point in holding on to this land, but there's also no point playing it, so whatever. My opponent has a real good grindy deck. I'm actually quite impressed with this. At the start I was thinking, oh, it seems so dirtly, but now they've got their bombs out. So my opponent went for the life gain rather than using the Djinn of Wishes tokens. Which I'm more than happy with. Yeah, swing with that. Yeah, okay. So at this point my opponent might just go, alright, it's time to put this game away. I mean, honestly, killing this still... I can do both. Nice. Okay, first of all, let's get rid of this. Oh, that's not good. Oh, should I have played Herald of Faith first? Oh no, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Just keep life linking. Yeah. Yep. I don't know what we can do for 1 mana, but let's feign having something. I mean, they could have counted anything, and it would have been bad for me there. Honestly, I think I probably just should have put this game away faster. I felt like I had more time than I did. That's fair enough. This is not the kind of deck I'm used to playing against in Core 19, to be fair. Ooh. That's going to get cancelled back. You know, got to give my opponent credit here. I would usually... Oh, that pretty much puts it away. I don't think there's a single thing I can draw here which is going to save me, but let's draw a card anyway. Yep, and that's me gone. Okay, good game, opponent. You built an excellent Dirtly deck. Very impressed by that. Let's do this. Holy Spirit Within. That's a curve. That is a curve. Let's do this. Come on. 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Let's do it. Right. Good-o. One little swifty boy. Come on. No blocker. No blocker. That's a real good blocker. In fact, that's the best blocker. In fact, that's what wrecked me last game. Curse you, Urban Speaker! Which I could do. I actually have some curses in this deck. Do I want to... Not with Angel of Dawn in hand. That's the tiebreaker there. Do I want to Knightly Valor my Valiant Knight? I mean, for the memes, you guys. For the memes. I think if my opponent taps out on my turn 5, I will do it. Or if I Knightly Valor this... I can double block it. Yep. Still not pleased with these trades. Cost 5, doesn't it? Yeah, I can actually activate this next turn. Could make my opponent's blocks very, very ugly indeed. That is the thing you can do. Let that go, because I actually can't block this while I keep mana up. What's my play here? This actually... They don't have Spell Pierce in this format. This actually makes it have 6 toughness. I don't have anything at instant speed. That'd be really good if I could hold something up, but I don't have that luxury. I think, yeah, look, this might be my last game. I have to do the memely thing. The memely thing, that's now a word. Of putting Knightly Valor on Valiant Knight. I'm just that kind of Magic the Gathering player. Okay. My Aura'd Up guy is better than your Aura'd Up guy, opponent. What are you going to do about it? Do I stick my Swiftclaw and my Knight token in front of it if it swings? Means I'm trading off a pretty average creature that isn't swinging that effectively right now for a trick. Dwindle! Dwindle? Yeah, I'll stick him in front, sure. Might regret this, but might get blown out. I mean, it's a 2 for 1.5 because the token... Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with this. And I'm still getting the value off this, so... Yeah, cool. Not complaining with that. Alright, let's just get a lifelinky thing. What can I do here? It gets blocked, destroyed it. I guess I just don't want to block with it. Okay, sure. It still lords my other knights. So if I get that last land, I can get Knight of the Tusk. That's a 5/8. It's going to happen. It's going to happen once in this draft. Once enchanted creature blocks. It's a free swing if my opponent wants to do something like that. I totally have, like, the best pump spell in hand, opponent. Come on, let it go through. Yeah, I'll gain you 1 life with my -1 power. That's how Magic works. Okay. Okay, where are we at? But my opponent thinking about playing and then not makes me worry about counter Magic. Let's see what happens here. Does that have flash? No, it doesn't have flash. Just gain life? Why not? And you know what? We're going to gain a bit more life. Now, is that going to cause a stop? Yes. That means my opponent likely has a counter spell. More than happy with that. More than happy with that. I've got much more important things to play as a backup. And as long as I'm playing creatures, it doesn't feel bad at all. I'm still working through their counters. I mean, if I only had like 2 or even 1 decent creature, that'd feel really bad doing that kind of stuff, but... I like having backup creatures to play first in the face of blue mana being left up. And my opponent's... doing a similar thing again? Ooh, that doesn't feel good at all. I've got a removal spell for that now. Yeah! No blocks. So this is a 2 for 1. Unless I just want to play this. There is no spell pierce in this format. Let's just swing out first. So it's not like my opponent can counter. My opponent can't counter anything right now. And I don't think green and blue really has a way of dealing with this once it's down. There's no like efficient bounce spells. Now this feels good. This feels good. Plus I'm getting value out of my Valiant Knight with Knightly Valor. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Good, okay. Now I can remove this and we are off to the races. It feels really good. We're on 7 mana, so I can't... I'm 1 off doing that, but look, that feels fine. So using a removal spell on something with an enchantment, basically just... It's a free 2 for 1. Feels real good. My opponent's just looking at this like, why you keep swinging with this? Because that's the kind of Magic player I am, opponent. Ooh, this is going to be nasty. It's actually going to... Have I got the count spell? No. Okay. I think we're in a pretty good position here now. I refuse to not swing with Valiant Knight, by the way. I know you guys are probably yelling at me in the comment section going, ah! Stop swinging with Valiant Knight, it doesn't do anything. It makes me feel good. I could have a pump spell, you don't know that. My opponent doesn't know that. I mean, I've only, like, not pumped it 5 turns in a row now. Ooh, yep. I feel good about that. I feel good about that. Oh, I can even I tapped out. Yeah. I can even put a thing on this so it can't even trade with that. Or I could do the massive rub-ins and put it on Valiant Knight, and now it has positive power. And I even have the mana to give a double strike. Also, I like putting it on the low value creature because it means if my opponent's forced to use a removal spell on Daybreak Chaplain, it actually feels fine. I was so tempted to put it on Valiant Knight though. Get it back into the positive power. Yeah. I'm just going to keep swinging. Thinking about blocking. Well, they have to block, don't they? Oh no. Nice. Next level plays from my opponent there. I dig it. Oh. Oh. Nice. Nice. You make those things unblockable. Cool. Leave my land in hand, and my opponent needs something pretty spectacular here. I don't think blue and green actually has... No, that's it. Cool. We're good. And just like that, we have a positive... Can I make... I just want to show my opponent that I have multiple Knight of the Tusks. Good game, opponent. I won't nice them again. I won't nice them again. Okay, cool. 4 and 3. Feeling pretty fine about this. I don't know those cards anyway. I do love building a janky deck though. I'm definitely more a brewer than a drafter. That is a nice curve. Alright. We are keeping that. Keeping that one for days. Pair Farmer. Pair Former. Good luck. Yep. Spells are good. And Gallant Cavalry and Dwarven Priest on the back of each other. That's alright. Opponent's ramping. That's alright. Got a Luminous Bonds for whatever they ramp into, if they do it this turn. Got a big old 4-drop to show me. No, that's fine. That trades really badly with about everything I'm using. Sure, that's fine. I'm not going to Luminous Bonds on a Mana Dork. That would be very silly. And we're going to get to 4 lands. Hopefully we get a chance to play some creatures before I drop a big old thingamajig. That attacks, that triggers on attack. I mean, if my opponent's got a follow-up here, and like they can drop some really big creatures like a Colossal Dreadmaw, I'm gonna feel bad. But I think that was the right thing to do. I mean, we're just gonna play things one by one that don't line up against them. Okay, that's fine. I mean, they can still play a big old creature. Oh, okay. Maybe they don't have the powers in hand. More than happy with that. More than happy with that. Okay, we got to our 5th land. Starcrowned Stag. No, I think playing multiple creatures with the Dwarf coming down soon is the right call to make. And honestly, if my opponent goes tall, going wide in response does not feel that bad. So my opponent's currently top decking for these big creature payoffs with Goreclaw. Or they're just playing Goreclaw because it's a decent creature. I mean, I totally would. Yeah. I totally would, for sure. Do I just gain as much life as I possibly can? Yeah. The longer I put off the Dwarven Priest, the better it turns out. I'm not swinging into that board because they can double block one of my poor little knights. If I top deck that Night Lord, I'm feeling pretty good here. I also like just a random bit of upside with drafting a monocolor is your opponent might think that you're getting mana screwed. And my opponent may not realize that I'm actually unlocked my entire hand. They go, oh, they're drawing really well. They're drawing on the right half of the deck they need. No opponent? That's annoying. Do I have any 7-drops? I don't. No, the Tusk doesn't feel that bad. Am I offering trades? No. Nothing really trades all that well. Alright, let's just drop a Knight of the Tusk. Dwarven Priest will help us stay in a good spot. I really, really want to draw that Lord. Rustwing Falcon, getting in there. Like a champ. Ooh, Angel of Dawn. Angel of Dawn, Angel of Dawn, Angel of Dawn. That makes my opponent's trades a lot more awkward. They could double block on some things. Still makes things trade from 1 to 1. And I can tap down one of their Vigilance guys. Yeah, that feels right. And once again, it's one more creature that I can put off playing Dwarven Priest and get more value out of that. So I'm happy about that. Let's go 5 attackers. I'm tempted to tap down this. I should probably just do this. Yeah, let's do that. Man, as I said while I was drafting, Angel of Dawn is just nuts. It's a common card, and look how much work it's doing here. It just busts open these boards like nothing else. I am more than happy with that opponent. Oh, my opponent just went way down on resources. Do they have a sweeper? Yay, they do. Nice, which makes this Dwarven Priest just the... Oh, no! Oh, well. It happens. That's magic. Okay, so 5 mana, I don't have 9 mana. Oh, I've only got 8. Oh, it's the worst. That's the literal worst. But then again, I'd just be playing this into a sweeper instead. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Let's just play my priest. I mean, what's the odds they have 2 cleansing novas? Okay. They didn't back it up with another cleansing nova. Feeling all right about that. I hope they don't have a Greenwood Sentinel here. That would suck because they can double block the Dwarven Priest. Oh, I'd trade a Dwarven Priest for a Greenwood Sentinel. What you thinking about, opponent? You're thinking about how valiant that knight is? I mean, it's riding a lion. It's a lion. Look at that. It's so baller. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Defeat is no reason for a retreat. It is a sign that we must redouble our efforts and win this fight. That does not give vigilance. Okay. Cool thing is, if they just swing with that... My opponent might be trying to rebuild the board first, though. Pump spell gets me real bad here. I think I'm okay. I mean, is my opponent playing around Take Vengeance? Is everyone just playing around Take Vengeance? I'm sorry, I'm just channeling Jerry Seinfeld there. I mean, what's the deal with Take Vengeance? Please, please swing, opponent. Please. Come on. Bring it on. I have to take vengeance on that. Oh, okay. Opponent's going to get their own beforehand. That is nice. That is nice. Opponent with the 2 sweepers. Well, I got to block that. I mean, I get to take vengeance in response. They're not getting a whole heap of damage. I don't think this ends me completely. Is Double Strike going to do anything here? Means do 8 damage to it. I mean, and to be fair, they've stuck 2 enchantments on it. So it's actually not that bad in terms of card advantage, and I do get to kill it as well. Which I like, and then I've got a beater in hand. This can go back into hand. I don't care if it does. My creatures are bigger currently. But I gotta assume my opponent's playing pretty big stuff. That's kind of annoying. That trade's really badly now. Sure. I gotta run my opponent out of big creatures at some stage. I'm gonna feel real bad if they play like a Carnage Tyrant next, but not a Carnage Tyrant, Colossus Dreadmaw. Have I been saying Carnage Tyrant? I probably have. I get very confused about Magic cards sometime. They have a lot of words on them. Yeah. I'm cool with that. They have a bad aura and 1 unknown. Hopefully that 1 unknown is not their own Aeromancer's Cage. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ooh, that makes me want to just stick an aura on this and go to town. That improves our clock. Instant speed removal in white. I don't know if it has any, actually. Yep, I'm chancing it. I'm chancing it. Means I definitely win next turn if they don't get the removal. I'm fine with them using some kind of a pump spell. And they're dead in 2 turns if they can only remove the Herald of Faith. Got there. Alright, awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm already happy with how this has gone. I mean, we had a mono-white deck. I feel like the multicolored payoffs are generally better. I need to draw lands. Oh, I've got to play. Let's do it. There's probably, in general, more upside playing the multicolored decks. Like the red-white strategy just goes off, for example. Some of those gold cards are just so beautiful and aggressive. But we just got powerful white cards. I mean, I don't mind drawing lands here one little bit. Gallant Cavalry into Valiant Knight feels fantastic to me. Luminous Bonds, I'm not going to bother with that. I'll just swing into that. Fine by me. I'm not going to Luminous Bonds. Omen Speaker feels bad, man. They're blue and white, so they might have that, that's cool with me. Keep pressuring them. No mana up for counter spells. I can dig it. Dwarven Priest. I love having Dwarven Priest and just so many other plays to do before it. Just feels good. Feels real good. Okay. Just keep gaining that life. If they play a land, play that big artifact thing, oh yeah, that feels good. My opponent letting me have all the time in the world. Knight's Pledge actually is not that bad here. They can't counter it. I don't think I have a big enough payoff for it. I mean, if this is in my hand like real late in the game, and I can put this on a Valiant Knight and activate the double strike while they're tapped out. I mean, that's Magical Christmas Land happening, but there's a nice bit of upside there if I can get to it. Opponent has drawn a lot of cards. Salvager. Why did that get discarded? It's not worth it at this stage. Yeah, opponent just putting up all the walls they can. They still can't double block something profitably. I think Knightly Valor is what I want to do here. Yeah. Or I just stick a flyer, and then I Knightly Valor. Yeah, I can then Knightly Valor the flyer. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go swinging. They're tapped out. They can't counter the flyer. That feels pretty good. I imagine they're going to block Chaplain with an Omen Speaker and a Gallant Cavalry with that Wall of Mist. And take 6. Oh, Valiant Knight either way. I'm going to feel real bad if they have a sweeper, but our ability to rebuild is not awful at this stage. Right now, me just sticking an aura on that flyer will just kill them. I may even just put Luminous Bonds on that Wall of Mist and then back it up with a Knight's Pledge. Yeah, that's a real bad thing when you have to do that. Okay. Can I win this turn? Can get rid of one blocker. Stick a Knight's Pledge on something else. Yeah. So at this point, I will Luminous Bonds the Wall of Mist. I don't have a counterspell, which always feels great. I think I'm just going to stick this here, actually. I mean, once again, I'm putting it on a creature that's lower priority, so losing it... It doesn't feel like I've lost, like, my best... Yeah, cool. It doesn't feel like I've lost my best creature and the enchantment spell. I've lost my worst creature, and it still trades up really effectively in combat. Yep. A bunch of removal, but we got a Sky Scanner to get us into more gas. We have enough lands to cast a Sky Scanner. That looks fine to me. Good luck, opponent. Hello. Mulliganing makes me feel better about that choice. Alright, let's see if we can get there. Fungasaur. Is this the mono-white mirror? Are we finally getting there with the mono-white mirror? Johnny's Pride Mate, I've got Take Vengeance for that. And Luminous Bonds, so I'm not too stressed about that right now. If they don't swing with it, yeah, they're going to swing with it. So I'll use Take Vengeance. Nothing they can play. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. Or do I just play something? Yeah, and if they play something that gains them life this turn, I'll just do it the next turn. Yeah, that feels fine. It means I get to kill it with a token item. Feels a little bit better. Or if they just want to equip the axe, that's fine too. Marauder's Axe, I feel like, is something you play when you didn't quite get there on your draft. Not to cast dispersions on my opponent, but I'm more than happy to see that on the table. If they just equip it. That hose is red, doesn't it? Yeah, that's fine by me. They didn't swing with a Johnny's Pride, mate. Let's have a think about this. No, we play it smart. We keep it going. Let's just get rid of that Pride, mate. Yep, let's get him with Sky Scanner. We'll gladly double block the Shield Mare if they give us that option. Kind of annoying it doesn't turn it into a knight, but I guess this was designed at a point in time where there wasn't any knight payoffs, so makes sense, I suppose. I'd still considering double blocking that. Yeah, I'm going to get a knight token next turn. Although if I draw my lord, I can't rely on that happening. What have I got? 1 in 28 chance of that happening? Whoops, that has first strike. I made a big boo-boo there. Oh well. That may cost me. Stick it on this. Yep, okay, I think that was my first proper punt of the match. I can still Angel of Dawn next turn and swing out with all this stuff. Take it. Angel of Dawn then gives me a blocker for Shield Mare. I'd probably trade. Let's swing with both. I've got to get back in this game. Don't mind going down a token to get rid of a real card. Do this. Take Vengeance. And it sucks because, you know, my opponent still gets the axe back, but they still got to pay 2 mana for it. It doesn't feel like a great deal most of the time anyway. They've got to play a creature if they want that life gain to come back. Yeah, still dropping Angel of Dawn. Goreska Swiftclaw will trade with a Dwarven Priest. Yep, that looks fine to me. Oh, then I have Cavalry Duel Master for the next turn to pump up Angel of Dawn, and I've got some good flying options. That feels good. That feels really good. I don't think I'm out of this yet. I don't think my punt has cost me the game. They might just take... They'd still be winning for take 8. That's the crazy thing. Crazy things. They don't really have good attacks. +4/+4 in white. I don't think there is. And stag. Yep. Seems fair to me. No, they don't have the mana for it anyway. Good. Alright. I may consider just removing that Star Crown stag. I can do that and still pump up these stuff. Yeah. Very lucky. I've had excellent chances to use my mana very efficiently this game, actually. That doesn't trade well anymore. No, let's just swing those guys in. Gladly get rid of Starcrown Stag. And this might just be us turning the corner. Depends. I think this turn is really important. My opponent has to play something to try and stop this onslaught. What are we thinking about? Okay, that buys my opponent a decent amount of time. Yep. I'm just gonna try and gas my way through this. Let's get rid of their best blocker. If they want to trade that, I am more than happy to trade with that cat. Yep, that's fine. Because that is their repeatable life gain gone now. They can do that, but they don't have enough mana to then use it. Is there a card that wins us the game here? That's... Just keep gassing through this, yep. Let's do this. One more creature that gives you lethal. Alright, opponent. Do I get the 7 wins? Are you going to give it to me? You must remove my angel, and you must remove the Knight of the Tusk as well. You basically need that sweeper. That's fine. Okay, no, haven't won just yet. It still does not kill this thing. That's fine. Yep, I can power out both of these guys. That feels good. So you must block. You've got no choice. 6. Do I play into the sweeper or I'm going to play around the sweeper. They've still got a lot of work to do. I really love the art on that too. Like how Wizards put the Facebook 3D filter into their cards. It's glowing as well. It looks really, really cool. Alright, opponent, what do we got? Is that it? Do I win? That's going to help them with that life gain. No. Okay, so if we swing out, which I think we should do regardless, they are going to eat a token, and they're going to take 7. Then they'll be down to 2. Yep, I'm happy with that. Opponent's done well to keep himself in the game. They also get to draw 2 cards here as well. And they get to do that. I think this... It comes down to whether they draw the sweeper right now. If this is cleansing over off the top. Please, please. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this. They got to interact. Land, good. Draw. Desperation. They don't have enough mana to cast Cleansing Over. Do we get there? This is it. This is basically the draft right here. If my opponent can turn the corner. Are they also on 6 wins and 2 losses? Is that what's going on here? This is really tense. This is really tense. But I still don't have lethal. So if they block this, they go up to 5 and I win. Just got to keep swinging. I think they have to block the Knight of the Tusk. Yep. Then they lose their chaplain. They go up to 1. Oh my. This time, definitely not playing another creature. I only need 1 to get through. They only have 2 cards. One of them is land. Gallant Cavalry. Yep. That's fine. Opponent. That's fine. No lifelink. They can draw a card and nothing happens. Oh, we got there. Oh, oh man, this video's gone on for way too long, but we got there. We won a draft. That was a great way to start off my first video on Magic on YouTube. Very happy with that. Alrighty-o. Oh, only 1 off getting a new pack as well. Alright, let's open up some packs of Core 19 and wrap this video up. Also got one of Ravnica Allegiance if you guys want to watch that. We go. Bunch of Draft Jank and Supreme Phantom. Maybe the Spirits deck will get there one day. Who knows? Yep. We got a Remorseful Cleric. Well, if we want to build the Spirits deck, let's get some nice wild cards. And this random pack of Ravnica Allegiance I got. Oh, there's a rare wild card and Theatre of Horrors. Wouldn't mind building a burn deck around that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Reddit. Please consider supporting my Patreon. And thank you so much to everyone that has supported it up to this point in time. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video.